Turning to Commitment 2024 tonight, President Joe Biden is launching a new campaign ad here in Florida, the second ad we've seen nationally since the president announced his bid for another term in office.
President Biden is pushing back on headlines on a sour economy, and Western News political reporter Greg Fox explains, hoping to boost polling numbers that show less than half of American voters believe he should seek re-election.
President Joe Biden could have settled down following his re-election announcement last week.
It's time to finish the job.
Instead, his campaign is ramping up, with the second of two ads airing in 8 states, including this one in Florida.
My economic plan is about investing in places and people that have been forgotten.
It's all about dollars and cents, making things in America and creating jobs, 12 million of them on Biden's watch.
Florida is worth fighting for.
Former Democratic National Committee Chair and Florida Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz admits the voting results from 2020, when Biden lost in Florida, proved Democrats have a lot of work to do.
Florida was a refuge of sanity when the world went mad.
Republicans gained more ground last November when Governor Ron DeSantis, a potential Biden challenger, won in a landslide.
Florida is worth fighting for because it's been taken over by MAGA extremists led by Ron DeSantis. Contrast that with Joe Biden, who's fighting for making sure that we can protect Social Security and Medicare in a state with the largest concentration of seniors in the country.
So they can gaslight all they want, but we're the party of the people.
Erin Huntley chairs the Orange County Republican Party. She believes either former President Donald Trump or DeSantis can beat Biden.
But President Biden has been disastrous, and the national debt is just climbing and climbing. They're fighting over the debt ceiling. Inflation is through the roof. The Floridian voters really want to make sure that nationally we can get back to some common sense.
The Biden campaign's other ad talks about protecting elections and a woman's right to choose. And in both ads, we see images of an energetic 80-year-old president deflecting concerns that he's healthy enough for 4 more years.
The 4 most recent national polls on the presidential race show that Joe Biden either leads or is tied with former President Trump and Governor DeSantis. Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.